The biggest task in AutoCAD is the design work, drawing lines, arcs, objects, etc. But before you can do any of that, you have to be in the right file and you need the proper command. The application menu, also known as the big red A, is there to help you with this. The big red A is found in the top left corner of the screen, right here. Click on it to open it up. You'll notice that it has that little arrow on it. It points down. If you see that little icon or glyph inside AutoCAD, that means there is another menu to it. Just like here, if I click on the layer command and I click on the arrow, it tells me a list or shows me a list. In the array option here, there are more commands that I can choose from. With circle, etc. is the same sort of thing. But line doesn't have that, neither does polyline, so it's only one command. The application menu is the same thing. Click on it, and I have all of these other tools available to me. Now, most of these are pretty obvious what they are. New, open, save, save as, export, etc. But I want to show you a couple of other features in here that you may not have seen, or maybe you've noticed them, but you're not exactly sure what else they can do for you. One thing I want to show you is your drawing list. That's right here. That's this big area. There are two types of drawing lists, recent and open. You can toggle between them right here. This is the recent and it's highlighted blue, so you know it's the current. If I move over here and click on it, it tells me what drawings I have open. Currently, this is the only drawing that I have open. Now, if I move my arrowhead over to the top of it, it'll give me a preview of it. Well, it's empty, it's blank, there's nothing there. But it gives you a bit of information about it as well. Same thing if I come here. I can go to my model beams. It tells me where the file is, what day it was last saved on, and what version of the file it is. So you can get a bit of information about these different files. That's very useful. These tools here make it easy to get to drawings that you're working on or working with. If you need a file to stay in this list, you can pin it, clicking here on this little push pin icon. When it looks like this, that means it's pinned in. So it will keep this file in my list even if I open up a lot more files and work in them. If it's a file that you're going to need often, like a template file or a main project file, pin it. That way you'll be able to navigate to that file very quickly. It's a great tool to be able to use. Many times I've found that my recent files don't list the files that I need because I've opened up many drawings during my day. And so it only knows what you've worked with recently. So sometimes you have to open up files to find the right one. And if you do, then that will populate them inside your list and just move the file you really want all the way down. So if there's something you're working with for a while, pin it and it'll keep up there. You can also change the order, by access, date, size, type. You can also change the icons. Right now they're small, or I can make them images, which are just the previews. And I can scroll through it and get to it however I need. It's up to you. Now, another great feature of the application menu is the ability to find commands with it. It's especially helpful when you're not sure of the exact name of a command or where it's at on the ribbon. You come up to the search field here, pick inside it, and now type something in. Let's do something really basic and easy to find, like the line command. As you type it in, it will populate commands that start with or have the letter L in it. And the more you type in, the smaller that list becomes because it has more information to work with. Now it will try to use the most common commands used, like line in this case. And the more I type in, better defined the list gets. So that's pretty cool. It tells you here on the right where it's found at in the ribbon tab, home, draw, then line command. This one here is draw, construction line, etc. Tells you if it's in the ribbon tab or what. And I can scroll through here and we'll give you more and more results. So this is a really cool way to find commands. Now, another cool thing about it is that if I pick on the results, it'll start that command for me. So even though I find out where it is, I don't have to then go and hunt for it. I can just start using the command. That's pretty handy. So if we go up here and we type in the word data, we see the data panel from the ribbon. There's also other commands like data link update, data extraction, etc. So you can see there are a lot of different options for you. And if you click on that red X, it will cancel it out. Now with AutoCAD 2013, you have a contextual ribbon or dynamic input. And if I just start typing in the command now, it automatically populates those commands right here for me. So you don't necessarily have to come up to the application menu anymore to get the command, but it will tell you where it's found instead of just starting it for you. So if you just want to start it, you don't care where it is, you can start typing in something like data extraction, and it starts popping it up right here. Press enter, and my data extraction command begins. That's just one example.